In this podcast episode, Critical Drinker discusses the current state of Hollywood and the movie industry. He delves into topics such as the rise and fall of superhero movies, the success of films like Barbie and Oppenheimer, and the controversy surrounding the Oscars. Critical Drinker points out that the superhero genre reached a point of oversaturation last year, leading to declining quality and audience interest. The high budgets required for these films also limited creativity and risk-taking in the industry. As a result, indie movies, which once thrived in the early 2000s, took a backseat to big-budget superhero blockbusters. The guest discusses the unexpected success of Barbie and Oppenheimer at the box office. Barbie capitalized on nostalgia and star power, while Oppenheimer stood out for its visually stunning cinematography and historical storytelling. Despite mixed reviews, both films garnered attention and recognition. The hosts analyzed the political undertones in Barbie, noting the portrayal of gender dynamics and feminist themes. They critique the film for its one-sided approach to feminism and lack of nuance in character development. While acknowledging Margot Robbie's performance, they question the film's Best Picture nomination at the Oscars. In contrast, Oppenheimer is praised for its cinematic beauty and storytelling. Critical Drinker appreciates Christopher Nolan's direction and the film's focus on real events without overt political lectures. They highlight the film's exploration of science, ethics, and consequences, making it a thought-provoking and engaging watch. The hosts discuss Christopher Nolan's tendency to delve into complex intellectual themes in his films. While acknowledging his brilliance, they note that Nolan's storytelling can sometimes alienate audiences with its intricate plots and high-concept ideas. Oppenheimer is seen as a departure from Nolan's usual style, making it more accessible to a wider audience. A debate arises about the political dimensions in Oppenheimer, particularly regarding McCarthyism and historical accuracy. Critical Drinker argues that while the film touches on these themes, its core focus remains on the consequences of scientific discovery and human ambition. They acknowledge the subtle political undertones, but emphasize the film's broader exploration of morality and ethics. The conversation shifts to the relevance of the Oscars in today's entertainment landscape. The hosts question the significance of winning an Oscar or being nominated for Best Picture, citing declining viewership and a disconnect between Hollywood elites and the general public. They highlight Ricky Gervais' viral monologue criticizing the industry's self-congratulatory nature. Critical Drinker expresses his views on the issue of diversity in politics in Hollywood, particularly in relation to the Oscars and the pressure to meet certain diversity quotas. He criticizes the idea that certain people must be cast in specific roles to be considered for awards, arguing that it compromises the quality of the end product. The conversation also touches on the concept of affirmative action and its potential drawbacks in the industry. The guest highlights the impact of social media and the insular culture of LA on the film industry. He discusses how the echo chamber in Hollywood can lead to a lack of diverse perspectives and the suppression of dissenting opinions. The conversation sheds light on the challenges faced by individuals who do not conform to the industry's norms and the potential consequences of speaking out against the status quo. The podcast explores the emergence of alternative studios like the Daily Wire and their efforts to create non-political content in response to the mainstream Hollywood narrative. Critical Drinker reflects on the success and limitations of such studios in providing entertainment that appeals to a broader audience. The discussion also touches on the need for a balance between artistic freedom and commercial viability in the industry. Critical Drinker discusses the role of Tom Cruise as one of the last remaining movie stars in Hollywood and his influence on the industry. He reflects on Cruise's ability to draw audiences and the potential for him to transition into a more prominent role behind the scenes as a producer. The conversation also touches on the changing dynamics of movie stars and the challenges of maintaining charisma and appeal in the modern era. The podcast explores the evolution of TV shows and the impact of streaming services on the industry. Critical Drinker reflects on the golden age of TV and the shift towards more immediate and binge-worthy content. The conversation highlights the challenges faced by TV producers in maintaining quality and originality in a competitive market. Critical Drinkers raises the issue of visual effects in modern movies and expresses disappointment in the quality compared to previous years. He discusses the decline in visual effects and the lack of attention to detail in recent films, citing examples like Pirates of the Caribbean as a benchmark for superior visual effects in the past.